Hello everyone. So today we will be talking about uterus, which is also known as womb in common language and also known as hystera. So basic points of uterus is that it is single, that is one in number in an individual. Unlike fallopian tube, who were like in a pair or two in numbers. Uterus is actually inverted pear in shape, pear, a fruit. So uterus is like inverted form of it. Then it's a hollow structure because it actually is the place where offspring develops from 1 month to 9 month. I'm talking about human, and it is muscular. Structure is muscular. We all know that after keeping that individual, it have to parturiate the baby out, and for that we have muscles that generate contraction and help us in the parturition process. It's highly vascularized structure because a life is going to be born there. It is actually present between urinary bladder and rectum. Rectum is the part of intestine, we all know, and urinary bladder. So, in NCRT, we have given a diagram in female reproductive system. So you can check there that it is present between urinary bladder and rectum. In humans, if I talk specifically about, we have simplex type uterus. It is the most advanced type of uterus that can be found in any individual. Simplex type of uterus is something, uterus have no partition wall. Also, some other beings and other animals have duplex type of uterus. There is a partition wall within the uterus, but we have simplex type of uterus, which is the most advanced type, and it have no partition wall between the uterus. You can check out the image on Google. Also in human, we have anti-flaxen position of uterus. It means that anteriorly and superiorly it is over urinary bladder. Like urinary bladder and rectum के बीच में ये है, तो some part of uterus is on the superior side. It is over urinary bladder, which you can see in NCRT. It is supported by ligaments that attach to pelvic wall. Okay, so it is not floating in the air. It's actually supported by a lot of ligaments, and those ligaments attach to uterus and then our pelvic wall. So the name of the ligaments are cardinal ligament, round ligament, uterosacral ligament, broad ligament, and mesometrium. For need, the name is enough and we don't have to go in the depth. Now we are going to talk about the parts of uterus. So uterus is divided into three parts: fundus, body, and cervix. Fundus is actually upper dome shaped part. I want to make a diagram of uterus. So uterus is somewhat like this, and this upper shape is actually dome. You can see in many temples the dome shape. So just like that part of uterus, like it is the topmost part, which is known as fundus. So it's upper dome shaped part. It is the actual site of implantation. You know what we think कि implantation यहाँ होता होगा, but it is not like that. Implantation actually takes place here. So it is fundus. It is a site of implantation and it is upper and dome shaped part. Then comes body, which is actually middle and large part. Like this is the body. It's middle part and it's a large part. And then comes the cervix. It's actually long and narrow part, like it goes like this, and it's actually a long and narrow part, and it has two openings, like internal of opening or sphincter, or external os, which is external opening or sphincter. Internal is present between this body and this cervix, which is going here. So it actually, sphincter is something, you also have in your alimentary canal. And external opening, or you can say sphincter, it is present between cervix and vagina. Vagina you'll be talking in the next session. So it's like cervix ke baad wala jo part, it's vagina. So like between them it is cervix, cervix external opening. Then comes the walls of uterus. First we have three walls of uterus: perimetrium, myometrium, endometrium. Perimetrium is the outermost peritoneal layer. Outermost, like it's present like here, the outermost. It is made up of peritoneum. Myometrium is something which is middle, and it is the thickest wall because it consists of smooth muscle. You know what? After that baby's development, we have to parturate it out. So for that we need muscles, because muscles में contraction होती है. So therefore myometrium is the middle and thickest wall, and it consists of smooth muscle. It's in the mid, it's the thickest wall. It consists of smooth muscle that contains oxytocin receptor. Oxytocin, is we can say a hormone that produces strong contraction during childbirth, which we also say labor pain, and strong contraction releases out the baby. Then comes endometrium. It's the innermost layer. It's highly vascularized and glandular layer. Like it's supported by a lot of blood vessels, to nourish the developing baby. It consists and lined by ciliated and secretory columnar epithelium. Why cilia? Because cilia leads to unidirectional movement, and this is what we need to eject out the baby. And it's a glandular layer also. We'll talk about it's a glandular layer, as there are a lot of glandular secretion. We'll also talk about a endometrium gland afterwards. It is concerned with the site of implantation, endometrium. No doubt, part of uterus कौन सा था जहाँ पे implantation हो रहा था? It was fundus. But fundus is a part of uterus which is lined also by endometrium. So endometrium is the place which concerned with the site of implantation. In this layer implantation took place, and at the fundus. Also, the cyclic changes that occur during menstrual cycle, it also takes place in the endometrium only, as it only is the layer which slug off, that is remove out. So endometrium again is made up of two parts, that is stratum bacillus and stratum functionalis. Stratum bacillus is 1/3 part, and stratum functionalis is actually a 2/3 part of endometrium. It actually look like this. It's myometrium, then endometrium. Stratum bacillus is there, stratum functionalis is there. Stratum bacillus is 1/3 part, and stratum functionalis is 2/3 part of it. You know what? We have pet-like structure there. Its endometrial gland are there, and they secrete nutritive fluid during pregnancy, known as uterine milk. It helps in the development of embryo. So pet के अंदर होती है endometrial gland, and it secrete nutritive fluid during pregnancy, and that nutritive fluid is known as uterine milk. It is very essential for the baby. Also, this stratum functionalis, which is 2/3 part of endometrium, it's lack of during menstruation. Not whole endometrium, but stratum functionalis slug off during menstruation due to absence of progesterone. This progesterone thing you will see in the next parts. So now you know that whole endometrium do not slug out during menstruation. So some parts are there, let's see. Cervix plus vagina is birth canal, because through it birth occurs, and vagina is also known as copulatory canal because it receives the sperm. Also, our uterus, sometimes after childbirth, it tilt posterior, which is known as retroflexing position. Like if the uterus, like if here is like You can also see this in NCRT. If it is your urinary bladder, it is your rectum, and your uterus is like this, which is known as anti-flexion position. But after childbirth, what happens is it tilts posterior, like कि ऐसा है आगे, ये वैसा posterior हो जाता है एकदम, या तो ऐसा या फिर एकदम ऐसा. Okay, so posterior tilting of uterus after childbirth, it is known as retroflexion position, and it is harmless. After 2 to 3 months, it comes back to its normal, way it was like. Then prolapse of uterus, it is also a condition. It actually happens when part of uterus come out through vagina, because ligament जो support कर रहे हैं uterus को, it actually breaks, and therefore some part of uterus which is by the support of that ligament comes out of vagina. It's something which is harmful, because it is and should be concerned. Okay, then come hysterectomy. It's surgical removal of uterus. Any kind of disease happen or something happen, then like any tumor or whatever, so if we have to remove that uterus surgically, like through surgical intervention, then we do hysterectomy. So this is all about uterus. I hope everything is good. Thank you so much.